Alright guys, it's hump day. I think that's Wednesday for you guys that are unsure about what day it is. We have a new format for how we're going to be doing our formerly NC30 workouts, formerly NC HIT workout. It is now called Ncgo. It is the most accessible kind of workout that we have available for you guys, which is going to be either just dumbbells or body weight. So if you have minimal equipment at home, this one is most geared for you. The way it's going to look is we're going to run you through your warm-up. We have a secondary warm-up. We have a harder kind of workout session, and then we have a recovery portion in which it explains everything to you. That way you aren't lost in the sauce. First thing is going to be a 5-minute warm-up, and all of this that I say right now should take about 5 minutes. It's a 200-meter jog, 20 sit-ups, 40 mountain climbers, 80 single unders back into a 200-meter jog. It is all at your own pace. However, you can just kind of get your heart rate up, your blood going, and making sure that you are prepared mentally and physically to do the harder movements that will come next. So you should probably get one round with that. Try and cap yourself at 5 minutes. The next thing is going to be called our pump session. So this is going to get us ready for some running later. It is going to be a 4-minute AMRAP of 8 glute bridges, 2 walkouts, and 8 alternating reverse lunges. You're going to rest 1 minute after you complete that 4 minutes of work, and then you're going to do it again. So I'm going to show you what those look like. That way we aren't too confused with some of the new wording that we might see. Our glute bridge, we're going to start with our butt and our shoulders flat on the ground, and you're just going to think about squeezing your hips underneath you and then raising your hips as high as you can. That is our glute bridge. I want you to notice how I held at the top of each rep to make sure that I'm squeezing my butt. I'm not just trying to poke and come back down. The next thing is going to be a walkout. It's going to be almost like an inchworm. It's just not an inchworm. So I'm starting from my standing position. I'm going to bend from the hip until my hands get to the ground. Walk myself out into a push-up plank. And walk myself back up to standing. 2 walkouts. And our last thing is 8 alternating reverse lunges. So I'd like to have you guys go like this, feet underneath your hips. I'm just going to reach one leg back until my toes hit the ground, my knee touches the ground. I have both good little 90-degree boxes with my legs, and I'm going to, in one motion, push from this leg back to standing. We can complete a lot within these 4 minutes. Don't tire yourself out. If anything, we're just trying to make a connection to our hips. So it is 4 minutes of that, rest 1 minute, and then you're going to do it again for another 4 minutes. Rest as much as you need in between this portion and your harder workout portion, which is labeled grind. We have a 12-minute EMOM. It's going to work like this. From 0 to 3 minutes, you have that much time to run a 400 meter. So if you happen to be a little bit slower of a 400 meter run, guess what? You can still make it. And usually we would cut down the distance and you would be saved by that. Unfortunately, not today. You have that time. Let's push our pace on that 400. Now, if you are a really good 400 meter runner, you now have a lot of rest. So, win-lose, sorry. From 3 to 4 minutes is max burpees. I'm gonna change these up for you guys. I don't wanna see the burpees where you're going hyper speed, but you never finish a rep. So we're gonna find a way that's going to make you finish a rep. And it is going to be a star burpee. So I don't have room in here to run, so I will show you what a star burpee looks like. I'm going to do a regular burpee, chest to ground, stand, stand, jumping jack, because I have to be standing all the way up in order for that movement to be complete, and then I can return into my next thing. So we aren't going to be able to do these ones right here. Right? I can't stay low because it's going to force me to finish the rep. So I'm holding you guys to a higher standard today. Once you complete your 12-minute EMOM, you're going to rest for 3 minutes. Do your best to walk around, catch your breath, make it like you didn't even do the workout, whether that's physically or mentally, emotionally, talking yourself into you're fresh. The next portion is a 10-minute AMRAP in which you're going to run 200 meters, so shorter distance this time. Now, for this one, I'm going to put a cap on the time. We shouldn't be over 50 seconds on this one. Or at least no more than a minute, like you're walking back into your workout space or your own home at no more than a minute. Right into 30 lateral hops. I'd like you guys to pick an object or even a line in which it's going to force you to actually get up off of the ground versus just kind of sliding back side to side. So easily I can just pick the line in my platform right here. I want to make sure that when I dip and I jump, as I dip, my arms are also down. As I go up, my arms go up. I don't want to stay like this and keep my arms down. I should learn how to use my arms as well. So up, 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 and allow myself to actually jump. So 30 lateral hops and then 10 up downs is our last movement. Please make sure on the up down that you don't do this right here. Sag your hips. Might as well just be a burpee. We need to maintain a much higher plank position, even if it looks like this. Higher than normal, I'm okay with that because it's not about your landing position. It's about how well you can kind of retreat your legs and then pull them back in. So it's about how snappy can we make our hips. So we should be looking to get to, I'd say 4 to 5 rounds within that 10 minutes. And then it's going to be your 10-minute AMRAP of a 200-meter run, 30 lateral hops, and 10 up downs. We have one last thing, and it's going to be our recovery portion. If you look within the Ncgo option, it's going to tell you to stretch. I like that, but I'm going to change it for you guys. So what I've been doing lately, hold on, is just kind of down regulating, allowing myself to practice getting back down to normal. A lot of you guys are really good at doing it whenever I see you finish a WOD and you're dying on the floor. Only thing is, you're dying on the floor versus recovering on the floor. So what I'd like to do is you're going to find something that's about knee height. You're going to go ahead and get your butt as close as possible to that object. I'm going to lay on my back, just have my feet up, and from here I can still be on my phone, I can close my eyes, but all I want you to do is focus on breathing, and breathing from this guy right here, so our diaphragm as well as our belly. We can use all this space to kind of fill up with air, and then as well as push it all out. So that is going to help you just regulate your nervous system and then hopefully get back to normal, especially if this is just a quick workout portion of your day and you don't happen to have a lot of time to do all that stretching. Just take a few minutes to make sure that you can go back to normal and then get right along with your day. So this is our Ncgo new format. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video. I have a lot of stuff to say to you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Hope you're doing all right out there. Again, this is Ncgo. See you around.